What we all need is someone in our corner. Someone like Dr. Tongie.
Hi, I have 3 questions for you. 1, have you discovered your purpose? 2, have you discovered your ability? And 3, are you planning your life's path?
Dr. Tongie has inspired audiences on radio stations throughout the U.S. and in the Caribbean on KISS FM with the Dr. Tongie Show. Now, sister station Hot 7 TV teams up with KISS FM to bring the Dr. Tongie Show to television.
I will share my wealth of experience, my affinity to life, and assist you in fulfilling your call. By tuning in to the Dr. Tongie Show on Hot 7 TV and KISS FM, you and I will begin to explore the answers to these questions and many more. And in these challenging times, it's just what the doctor ordered. I have 3 questions for you. 1, have you discovered your purpose? 2, have you discovered your ability? And 3, are you planning your life's path? Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. Woo! Welcome to another day. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. I'm your girl, Dr. Tongie, and welcome to another edition of the Dr. Tongie Show. If you cannot tell, I am so excited to be here. I really am. And you know how we get this show started, right? In the spirit of gratefulness, we always have to say thank you. Thank you to everyone who literally makes this show possible. On Monday through Thursday, you've got the KISS FM 105.9 portion of the show, and you're probably listening now. Thank you so very much for your support. And on Friday, we get the visual portion, and it takes a lot, really. There are people behind the scene that they just make this stuff look real good and real easy, so I am truly grateful for them. Thank you so very much. And to those who said, yes, there is a place for a show like this, right, on at 11 o'clock, Monday through Friday, thank you. I do not want to start this show without telling my gentle giant. You guys know him as Marlon. On Monday through Thursday in his kingdom, he makes me sound good. He really does. He mixes and masters so very well. And then on Friday, I get to have him yet again. So thank you, man.
Well, yeah, on Fridays, I'm always around just here to make you look real good, right?
I know, you look real good, dude. Doesn't he look wonderful?
So good morning to everybody tuned in this morning. Thank you very much for being here.
Absolutely.
And we do appreciate it. Dr. Tongie, we're going to have a really good Friday as usual, right?
We better have a good Friday,
well,
man.
We
got up. That was the hard part, right?
That is always the hardest part. And as soon as you get off the bed, you're like, okay, I guess I can do this now, right?
Yep, absolutely. Yes. Now, we definitely want to say thank you to Kay's Baking Obsession. I got that right. It just rolls off the tongue. And if you can see these goodies here that she has, and I forgot to ask her, hey, what is this? But I do know this woman, she does it from her heart. And if you are in need of some pastries or some dishes that perhaps you haven't tried before, give her a try, won't you please, and let her know that Dr. Tongie sent you. She can be found on Instagram at Kay's Baking Obsession, and she's standing waiting for you to get in touch with her.
I wonder if it's okay to try one while I'm on
Oh,
here.
I love this. You should have got a fork, man, or a spoon before we started. Dadgummit. But you were saying right before we came on air that we need to say a beautiful hello to someone that's listening from Killeen, Texas. That's the Dallas-Fort Worth area of Texas.
So I was just saying I have to say hi to a friend of mine listening over there, and her name is Nora. So I had to say hi to her, but I was wondering am I going to say the name correctly? So I had to give you you and say, hey,
And
I
then
know this is probably around
yeah.
your parts, so maybe you'll get it correctly. So I
And
had
then
to give it to you.
it anyway.
So Nora, good morning to you. Thank you very much for
Absolutely.
watching. My mom was watching at home as
Your
well.
mom?
Yeah, she said when I left home, she said, you know, I'm going to be watching. I'm going to be watching. So.
Can I just say to your mama, thank you for having him. I'm so serious. What a blessing he is.
Yeah.
Thank you, lady. Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to meeting you, too. Also, the beautiful people over at Lusalek in Rodney Bay were so kind yesterday to me. People like Miss Jennifer and Miss Mary Sue. I told you I was going to remember it. Thank you very much for your kindness. It is something about going into a place, even if you have to pay a bill or two, but the customer service is something about customer service. And I've gotten a lot of that lately. Really good. What do I mean lately? All of the time, everywhere I go. I've not gone into any place on this beautiful island of St. Lucia where people have been ugly. So thank you. Please keep it up. Now, we are going to talk about, in a couple of seconds here, the kingdom principle of the biggest wasters of time, which is slothfulness and procrastination. But before we get into that goodness, I need to let you know, if this is your first time tuning in, what this show is about. This show is founded on kingdom principles. And a kingdom principle, as it relates to God, our King, right, is God's original intent for his word. That's the principle part of kingdom principle. And the kingdom aspect of kingdom principle is God's invisible country, which is a real country, and it's governed by the King, our King, and it's filled with his morality, his laws, his precepts, his way of doing things. And what I love about the kingdom mandate is that you literally can go into the law book, we call it our Constitution, and literally go through it, read it. He gives you everything that you're in need of to apply it to your daily living. Now, what you will not have on this show is my opinion. My opinion doesn't matter in God's kingdom. Neither does yours. So we're going to hold our opinions, all right? But what you can expect is honesty, openness, and sincerity. That is the HAAS system that I put in place some years ago. It's really, really important. When I was first thinking about this show, it had to be a show that would move you, that would inspire you, that would encourage you, that would let you know that you're not in this thing called life by yourself. That was one of the vows that I made. As you go through life and you get his wisdom, you understand that what you went through wasn't really for you. It's for someone that you'll meet, you know, in time, and you can share your testimony and let them know that God is exactly who he says that he is. So that is what the show is about. That is what you can expect from the show. And if you're good with social media, you can catch me at Dr. Tongie Show on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I literally am tweeting, and TikTok. I'm doing some TikToking now, Gentle Giant, and it's fun. I'm not doing the dances just yet.
I was wondering whether you'd be doing the challenges as well.
No, I don't do the challenges. I'm too old.
Okay.
But I do look at the
Never
others.
too old.
But let me tell you, before we get into this kingdom principle, for me, social media is the platform, right, that you use to, yes, you get your message out, but it's to inspire people. I take mine and I just kind of pray for folk. I do. I really do. Especially for those that say, hey, I need prayer. I'm like, I'm your girl, because I believe in prayer. I do. I live my life from that viewpoint. And prayerfully, others will be praying for me as I pray for them, right?
That's right. That's right. I realize too, yes, a lot of people use it for motivation as well.
Oh, absolutely.
I usually, for me, it's all about just jokes. It's really about just getting people
I've
smile or
seen
to
your
laugh.
jokes.
Yes. I just like it when people just laugh, just have a good time, you know?
And I do.
Yes.
I really do, man. I do. So thank you. Seriously, thank you so very much for using the platform for that. Now, if you want to make a contribution to the show, you can do that right after this kingdom principle. The number to make the contribution, please.
You're talking about whether you want to call, right?
Yeah.
If you're calling right here, if you're going to call Hot 7 TV, it's
Yeah.
450-0777. I got
Yep.
that one. Yes, I have this one now. 450-0777.
Yep.
Or if you'd like to send us a WhatsApp, you can do so at 450-5477. So don't get the two numbers twisted, all right?
I know, right?
To call is 450-0777.
Yep.
And for you to send in a WhatsApp, you can send it at 450-5477.
You know, believe it or not, and I really need you to believe it, I need you to use those numbers. I need to hear from you because right before the show concludes, we've got this event that we have every Friday, and the event is simply called the Bouillon. Yeah?
The Bouillon Bowl.
Bouillon Bowl. The Bouillon Bowl. And that bowl is where you literally made contributions Monday through Thursday. We put your name in that bowl,
Yes.
we shake it up, and we pull three
Some winners, yeah?
Yeah, 3 winners so that we can let you know that you're not in this thing called life by yourself, all right? So it's lots of good stuff that go on in the show, and I need your participation, all right? I'm thinking about the lady that called, a beautiful spirit that called last week, and she says, you know, you make me laugh. And I'm thinking, oh, Miss Lily.
Yeah. You were wondering what's going to come after
Yeah,
that,
right?
There, yeah.
But she was very kind. And she was very, very kind. Now, let's get started on this principle because this is one, again, that I really want you to give some credence, to give some thought to, especially when you are living, because your life is to be lived. And within the time that you have, there is a set time that time on this side will end, right? So what are you going to do with the time that you have? And the more you wait for the perfect opportunity to launch your book, my book, you see that right there? Amazon.com, www.drtongieshow.com if you want to order one. But the more you wait to launch your book, to go after your dreams, to open that business, the more the possibility of your having idleness, of your being idle. And of course, when you're thinking about being idle, when you're thinking about not doing what you know that you were born or you were destined to do, if you're not careful, that being idle turns into laziness. Ouch. It hurt me to even say that because I know that's not one of you. You're not that. That is not what you're participating in, right? According to our Constitution, and our Constitution is the Bible, that law book, Proverbs 18 tells us that he that is slothful, and I'm paraphrasing here, he that is slothful in his work is brother to him that is a great waster. And if it's written like that, then those should be kind of cautionary signs that that is something that you do not want to do. You don't want to waste time. Now, when I was literally going after this thing called life and living from the inside out that I tell everybody to do now, it was a period of my life that I was working 3 jobs. All right, story time, you know how I do it. And in this period of life, it was literally me trying to rear 3 children, all under the ages of 10 years old. And I remember trying to them up and get them ready for school, and then I'm combing my daughter's hair and making certain that the boys had brushed their teeth, and then rushing out the door to get them to school, all while I've got to get to work. I was working 3 jobs, so my first job started at 8 o'clock. So if you can imagine me rushing, and I'd look at the first job, go to the second job, and in between the second and third job, I've got to run and get the kids, get them from after school, try to go over their homework, do a little bit of what I called prepping or meal prep, and it didn't work. Meal prep for me was Burger King and McDonald's. I'm shamelessly saying that, but I did cook. A lot of the time, leaving the second job, doing that, going to the third job, I had the mindset of, this is truly not the way that I'm supposed to be living my life. Now, you would probably think, but you're not being slothful. Well, if you know your purpose, if you know why you were created and you're not doing it idly, you're being slothful. And that slothfulness, it is akin to laziness, but it is also a sin. It is a sin to be slothful. It really is. See, my work in the jobs wasn't for me to try to keep up with the latest fashions or me trying to get the latest car or the biggest house, man. It was just me trying to make a living. And what I learned, and I don't want to say that I wasted a lot of time, but you'll never get the freedom, and please hear me when I say this, that you know that you deserve, that you have to walk in doing things that are going to be wasting time. Okay? Now, I discovered that although I couldn't see the big picture, I knew that there was a bigger picture. It was something that was good, but it wasn't good enough for me. But throughout the course of all of this growing up, I learned that slothful and procrastination would cause me to have a hardship both mentally and physically. And if I wasn't careful, it was going to rub off on my children. And that was something that I didn't want to do. One of the things that I enjoyed as a young mom was I wanted to be a role model. I figured that if they needed a role model, the teachers are nice, principals and what have you, but the biggest role model that your children will ever see and ever believe is you. So that's what I wanted to do. So in this principle, I want to kind of dispel some of the things that slothfulness does, and then a couple of keys. I'm going to give you a couple of keys to help you if you find yourself in that area. Again, I'm not here bashing. I'm literally here telling you if this is something that you've suffered with or been plagued with, it comes to rest today. All right? We put it to rest today. So throughout the course, when you're thinking about slothfulness, when you are slothful, it is a bit more than you being lazy, all right? I told you that it is the mind and the will. This is a hard matter when you think about slothfulness. When you know that you were created for more than what you're doing, the original intent of your life, then you know that you got to get busy doing exactly what it is you were purposed to do. Now, one of the keys to getting out of slothfulness is actively pursuing a relationship with God. That is that's the foundation of any good living, is being in communication with Him, knowing exactly what those secret things that only He knows about you. See, He knows everything about you. He really does. And why not be in a relationship with someone that can tell you, listen, what you're doing is not going to benefit you. The relationship with Him is one that it's an ever, I don't want to say changing relationship, but it is something that you grow. It is a process. So be patient with yourself, but be in communication with Him. The second thing that you can do to get out of your way for slothfulness is establish a habit of getting up early. It is something about early rising. I still get up early in the morning. My early time right now is about 4 o'clock in the morning, and that's my time where I can see exactly what it is that I'm supposed to be doing for this day. I don't do this lightly or just show up. There is a purpose to everything, and I don't want to waste time in something that I'm not supposed to be doing or speaking on. So my getting up early is real important for me becoming who I am and who I was created to be. For references, you can look at Proverbs 26 and 14 from our law book, Proverbs 20 and 13, Proverbs 24 33 through 34 for reference. And then learn the value of your time. All right? That's another thing to get you kind of out of the way of slothfulness. Points of reference, Ephesians 5, 15 through 17, and Psalms 90, 10 through 22. I'm sorry, 10 through 12. Now, let's talk about procrastination. And if there ever was a waster of time, it would have to be our ability to say, we'll just do it tomorrow. Although we know it needs to be done today, we'll get to it tomorrow. And what I've discovered in procrastinating, when we procrastinate, we literally are holding everything that we believe to be ours hostage. Things like your peace. When you procrastinate, you'll hold your peace hostage. When you procrastinate, your self-confidence is held hostage. You need the self-confidence to pursue those things that are important to you. Now, how do you combat this habit? Because procrastination is a habit. It is. Number one, if something seems too big for you to do, don't try to do it all at once. What I've done in times past, and I still do it even to this day, I have to start. But that starting literally is a mind thing. I'm telling myself over and over, you just get started, Tongie. Just get started. Just get started. And that for me is where my faith lies, in just getting started. All right? All right. Second key and final, so we can get to that bouillon bowl. Second key that I want you to be mindful is remind yourself that you're never alone. And I really do mean this. I've learned that when I start with the mindset that he's with me, it'll cause me to make a step. And then the next thing I know, I'll make another step. And then I'll make another step. And before you know it, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. You're never alone, he promises. So get busy. Make your plan. Plan your success. But get busy doing something, doing exactly what you were supposed to be doing in the time that we have. All right? So no more slothfulness and no more procrastination. All right? Very good. All right. Let's...
You know, one thing I've noticed about, see, procrastination,
Yeah.
for example, if it's something that you just keep on doing, it's easy for you to do anytime when you get absolutely nothing done, right? Because every time you don't even think about it, you just go ahead and say, I'll take care of that tomorrow, I'll take care of that later, and it just becomes a thing.
Absolutely.
And you get absolutely nothing
done.
And at the end of the day, right? And I just wanted to give you a little quote to Tongie that I came up on, and it says, we were talking about being idle and whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
And it says, it is the working man who is the happy man. It is the idle man who is the miserable man.
You know what? There is so much credence and truth into that.
Yeah,
Seriously, it
I
is.
think it's Benjamin Franklin or something.
Is that right?
Yes.
And he would know a thing about working, right? This
Yes,
man
yes.
had how many patents?
Yes. So just a little something to go by.
Absolutely. My gentle giant making his contribution. How about that?
When sometimes when you feel like it almost, I don't want to say fits you, but you sort of in that situation, you've been procrastinating.
Come on, man. Come
so
on.
you sit and you listen. And you're like, okay, I'm hearing what she's saying. Maybe I need to get up and really start working on this, right?
I would tell anyone, and I say this, and I say it to people that I consult, because I do have a consulting business that I consult folk that want to get out of their own way, all right? One of the things that I tell them is, you've got 24 hours in a day. What are you going to be responsible for those 24 hours, right? And then just make a list of things that you want to see changed in your life.
Right.
And then go about doing it. And of course, we sit down and we develop a plan, but you got to get started. You got to get started. Don't wait till you get 50-something years old to start living your life. You know, you can't say anymore.
Not that you can't, right?
Yeah, right? No, because life is really to be lived.
Yeah.
Now, right?
Yes.
Even if things aren't how you purpose them to be, things do change, but you got to keep at it. You literally have to keep at it.
Oh, I definitely agree with
Absolutely.
that. I agree. All right. Okay. So with that being said, I think we need to move on.
Yeah, man.
And, get
So we don't be idle.
That's right. Yes. All right.
All
So
right.
let's get right to it.
Very
See, we'll
good.
do it later. We'll do it later. Let's do it now.
All right.
Get into that Booyah Bowl. Let's see who's
Okay.
going to be our first winner
Very
this
good.
morning.
Very good. Thank you. See, here I go. Here I go. All
Okay,
right.
let's try that again.
All right. Try it again.
Okay.
Ready?
Yes.
There we go. Yes. Our first. Wow. Our first winner.
All right. Okay. Let's see. Our first winner this morning is Tinan David.
Tinan David.
Tinan David. So congratulations, there to
Congratulations.
you. You are first winner. And because your name has been chosen, let's see who's going to be the second person this
right.
morning. Let's go,
Ready?
Dr. Tongie.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Yes,
you got
sir.
one?
Is that one, right?
That's just one.
All right. All right. The second winner for today.
All right. Let's
I love the last
see who
name,
she's
too.
excited about. It's Kendra. Congratulations to you, Kendra King.
Kendra King.
Our second winner
Wow.
this
Was that
morning.
her first time making a contribution
It's
to
the
the
first
show?
time that I'm getting
Wow.
a name. So,
How about
yes.
that?
And then
All right.
third and final winner for the morning.
Finally, yeah. But not least. Ready?
Not at all. All right, and our third winner for the morning is Antilla Alfred.
Wow.
So, congratulations to all of our three winners. Once again, Antilla Alfred, Kendra King,
Yep.
and also Tina, not Tina, but Tinan. Tinan David.
Tinan David.
So congratulations
Wow,
to you. All right.
congratulations. Thank
If
you
you'd like to
so
get your
very
prize, you
much.
can call us at 452-6040, or you can come check us out on the morn right here, next week preferably, between 9 and 4
Yeah.
to collect your winnings.
Yeah. I guess it's kind of time for me to say that next week I'll kind of be
Oh yes,
off.
I think it's a very good time. First of all, let's just start off where we need to. Let's talk about the anniversary. Unfortunately, maybe I should have said this earlier. Maybe we should have just captured a little footage of how the day went by. We could have played that today, but maybe we'll do that at some other point.
Okay.
But it was a very good day.
It was a beautiful day.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yes.
goodness. We had
That
cake.
was on Tuesday, right?
Yeah, it was Tuesday.
Yeah.
I celebrated my first year anniversary with my Kiss FM family,
Right.
and it was unbelievable. People were so very kind,
Yeah.
and it
Well,
just-
everybody basically got together.
Yeah, we did.
Hot
Yeah.
FM, Hot TV, Hot Kiss FM. We got together, gathered around, and had a little bit of snacks and cake. And,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and
chocolate cake with buttercream frosting.
and I
will
had to
not
give a
forget
small
that.
speech as well.
Did you really? And you did very well. Now, he had already given me my flowers, right, in the studio.
Yes.
And then, of course, Mr. Jones puts you on the spot.
That's right. Yeah, it was
You
really
were
Mr.
very,
Jones.
very
He was the one who
kind.
came. But then after, we had a little something to eat, and it
that
was
was
a really
fun.
good day.
Absolutely.
So now you were saying at the end of the week, what's
Yeah.
going to be happening next week?
Well, this is my final day for a few minutes. I'll be off the air and off the television portion of the show next week, but you can catch me on Facebook Live. I'll be there, but we'll be going to visit three little people that have curly hair, and one has two teeth that are coming in. So I'm really excited about seeing this little guy, but I won't be going long. I'll definitely be back, the Lord's willing, and the creek don't rise, and we'll pick up from where I left off.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
sounds good. I wish you all the best. I hope
Thank
you
you,
have a good
sir.
time as well.
Thank
You
you,
will be
sir.
missed. No, definitely. you'll be back to
Yep.
you know.
Yep.
Just before we end, I think I have something here
Okay.
to read.
All right.
It says, an enjoyable weekend to you, Dr. Tongie and Marlon, also the management and staff of Hot FM. Well, the Creator did say, by the sweat of thy brow, thou shalt eat bread. Likewise, an old saying, early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy and wealthy and wise.
Yep.
Trust in God. Feed on the word. Act on the word. Christine Quinlan.
Perfect.
Someone says, hey, congrats to the winners. Someone says, Marlon, nice having you here. Good morning, Dr. Tongie. And another message, good morning, Dr. Tongie and Marlon. A fantastic Friday to you. Slothfulness is a thief of time, just as procrastination. The word says that we have to redeem the time. It also says that we should not be slothful in zeal,
Yep.
but fervent in the spirit. Time is very important. That's why the word says there's a time for everything under heaven. I also think that another thief of time is worry. Our Maker makes us to take no thought of the morrow. Don't worry about anything, but pray about everything.
Yeah.
We need to make good use of time, because once we have missed the time, we've missed out on so much just by being lazy and procrastinating. Yeah. And we live in regret, guilt, and frustration. So let's go on and be productive. Have a happy weekend.
Maggie, yeah?
I'm pretty sure it is.
You're pretty
sure it is.
Thank you, Maggie.
Right.
And for everyone, seriously, that take time to tune into the show and make your comments or whatever you do to support this show, we are truly, truly grateful. I do not take it lightly or for granted. I understand that you can listen and tune into any show you possibly desire, but for you to take time, and that's something that you don't create, to give it to me, to give it to us, we're not going to squander it. Thank you. Thank you for everything that you do, and I'm looking forward to so many more shows, man. I really am. What are you about to do? What are you about to do, Marlon?
Oh, I just wanted to show it off. But yeah, okay. I just wanted to say, all the best.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Wow. How about that?
That's our time, right?
That's our time. Yeah. Thank you again for everything that you do. God bless you, bless you. Please don't forget to smile. It really does. It changes the trajectory of your outlook. It does. It really does. It makes you look good. It makes you feel better. And then don't forget to live from this place right here. That's your soulish man, your mind, your will, and your emotions, okay? I love you. I really, really do. Thank you for all that you've done. The Lord say the same, and the creek don't rise. Don't forget, I'll be on Facebook Live next week and be back in studio, God's willing, the 1st of November. All right? Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Bye. I have 3 questions for you. 1, have you discovered your purpose? 2, have you discovered your ability? And 3, are you planning your life's path?
I want to show you something.
Your grace and mercies brought me over. I'm